Joining us now are John Coates of Instant Credit Builders and Bob Moulton of Americana Mortgage. Welcome to you both. Now, before we get started, I just have to show you some numbers we came up with so you can see why people would want to do this. For example, let's take somebody who had an original credit score of 580, not a good score. Okay, let's say they wanted to have maybe 180 extra points, a new credit score of 760, that they're willing to pay $3,000 to get to a firm like Instant Credit Builders. Now, if they were getting a $300,000 mortgage, each and every month they would save $541 on that mortgage because of their better credit score. That means that this would pay for itself in approximately 6 months. Now, John, I want you to tell me, what's wrong with this picture? This sounds too good to be true.
Well, it sounds too good to be true because we're finally able to throw the American people a rope to help them climb out of the hole, basically the hole that they were thrown into, through terrible practices like subprime lending, predatory lending practices. When we look at the facts, there's 250,000 homes that are in pre-foreclosure right now in our country. This is literally a disaster on the scale of Katrina.
All right, John, so you're saying that your program will actually help people out, will help them get the credit that they need and deserve. Boy, Bob, I bet you've got some objections.
I see a couple problems here, Jerry. The first problem I see is that these people are buying credit scores. And historically, we always underwrite files based on that person's ability to make payments on car loans, student loans, mortgages, and credit cards. If they're buying a credit score, how are we really to know that they have the ability to make the mortgage payment? Secondly...
Well, wait a minute. Let's take these one at a time. John, jump in here. So what's the, come on. I mean, the bankers don't know what they're dealing with. It's a black box for them. People are buying scores. They don't know if they're good risks or poor risks.
But see, this is nothing new. It's been under the umbrella of creative financing for decades now.
What do you mean?
People have been adding people as authorized users. Mainly it was head mortgage lending professionals that would help clients get into their homes.
Or John, mom and dad did it for the kids. So what do you say to that, Bob, that, come on, this kind of practice has been going on for a while?
Well, mom and dad helping the kids or a spouse or helping a significant other is one story in itself. These are people who are buying other people's credit card history, and they may not even know that, Bob. They have no relationship with that particular person. That person's doing it for the money, and the person who is trying to help his credit score is trying to help something that he hasn't paid on time. And if credit isn't paid because of medical, marital, or job loss, that's one thing that we understand. But going out and buying a credit score and having underwriters look at that credit score that's not there, I think, is a potential problem, increasing the problem that we've already seen in subprime.
So, John, you got to tell me here, is there any risk that somebody's going to steal my identity, whether I'm the person buying the credit score or the one selling it?
Well, the person that buys the credit enhancement to their file, they never get a credit card, and they don't know the person who is basically invested to help them raise their credit. So we are the person that's in the middle there, and as I mentioned earlier, there are definitely contractual agreements between us, the cardholders, and everyone involved. And everyone is on the same page there, and it's a business, and just like you would use your credit card at any business.
Is there a risk to the person who's buying the credit?
Absolutely not. Our system is very solid, and we think we protect people very well.
Well, John, I want to thank you for joining me. Bob, thanks for joining us as well. Great conversation, guys. Thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.